This lesson is from the 6th grade Houghton Mifflin English book. It is on complex sentences, and it covers pages 57 to 59 in the student textbook. A complex sentence is made up of two simple sentences joined by a subordinating conjunction. For example, after I spotted the snake, it slid away. So let me grab a marker here to show what I'm talking about. The two simple sentences, it slid away and I spotted the snake, are connected with a subordinating conjunction after. That makes it a compound sentence. Complex, A subordinating conjunction makes one part of the sentence less important than the other. So if you study for the test, that is a subordinate clause. It can't stand alone. If you study for the test, it leaves you hanging. You'll get a good grade is an independent clause. The two put together make a complex sentence. If I took off if, the subordinating conjunction, you study for the test becomes an independent clause. Some subordinating conjunctions: after, although, as, because, before, if, since, unless, until, when, whenever, while. Let's try these. What I'm looking for are two separate sentences and then a subordinating conjunction. So consider the slow, soundless, isolated life of snakes. That is a sentence. You judge them is a sentence. Before is a subordinating clause. Subordinating clause is before you judge them. So I have a subordinate clause before you judge them and an independent clause. Consider the slow, soundless, isolated life of snakes. That is a complex sentence. Snakes have no legs, but they can slither along the ground rapidly. This time I have two separate sentences, but the word but is a coordinating conjunction, not a subordinate conjunction. So this is compound. Number 3. Snakes cannot move forward on glass because the surface is too smooth. Snakes cannot move forward on glass. That's an independent clause. The surface is too smooth is also an independent clause, but when I add the because, the subordinating conjunction, this becomes a subordinate clause, and that is complex. The number of snakes is decreasing, that is a sentence, as people build on open land. People build on open land is a sentence, as is a subordinate conjunction. Complex. Although not all snakes are deadly, so not all snakes are deadly, humans often fear them is a sentence. Although is a subordinate conjunction. That makes it a subordinate clause and an independent clause. That is complex. Treatment for certain snake bites must be quick or the person may die. Again, I have two sentences, but here again I have or, which is a coordinate conjunction, not a subordinate conjunction. And so this is compound. If you have and, or but, most likely you have a compound sentence in this lesson. Snakes are solitary creatures and even hunt alone. Snakes are solitary creatures is a sentence. Even hunt alone is not a sentence, so that is a simple sentence. Last one. If you come upon a snake, you come upon a snake is a sentence. Do not disturb is a sentence. If is a subordinating conjunction. So if you come upon a snake, subordinate clause. Do not disturb it, independent clause. Independent stands alone.